Meeting to order. Good night. It's Monday, December 2nd, 2024. If you'd join me in Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Take a brief moment of silence, gather our thoughts. I think it's going to be a fairly quick meeting tonight. And if you'd take a roll call, please, Christian.
Trustee Fields.
Here.
Trustee Wagner.
Here.
Trustee Reister.
Here.
Trustee Cox. Trustee Kissinger.
Here.
President Pro Tem Keller.
Here.
President Frisbee.
Here. So we have an agenda in front of us tonight. Was there any changes or additions by staff or
No,
trustees?
Sir. No, sir.
Hearing that, we have an agenda in front of us. What is this council's desire?
So moved.
Second.
Support.
We have motion and support. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? We have an agenda. We have no scheduled appearances and no public officials in the audience tonight. Citizens' comments for agenda items only. We'll give you 3 minutes if you care to speak. Seeing none, I'll pass on the comments tonight. We have a general consent agenda. Everyone's had an opportunity to review our last November 18, 2024 meeting. We have warrant reports, event requests, correspondence, none.
So moved.
Support.
We have motion and support. We'll do a roll call, please. Christian?
Trustee Kissinger. Yes. Trustee Reister.
Yes.
Trustee Wagner.
Yes.
Trustee Fields.
Yes.
President Pro Tem Keller.
Yes.
President Frisbee.
Yes. And I have an action on here. I'd like to make a recommendation and get your support for a library board. Mr. Ron Smith, many years of excellent service to this community, and he's had to leave the library board. I've had a young lady I've been talking to for a while, trying to get her involved in community affairs, and she's put in her application for the library board. There was also 2 others, excellent candidates, Mrs. Deborah Hersha and Brian Doby. But I am making the recommendation and would seek your support to appoint Carrie Ryan Notice. She's got 2 young children in early schools in Vicksburg. They're fairly new to the community. She's an avid reader, avid librarian, loves the library. I just think it's time that we get some younger thoughts and younger people actively involved with that library, and that's why I'm making the recommendation to appoint Carrie Ryan Otis to the library board.
Could I make a comment?
Yes, please.
I have worked with Carrie. She actually volunteered to help me with the library book sale last spring. And I know that she is extremely interested in the library. And so I think it's a wonderful suggestion.
Thank you for that, Gail. Well, I would seek your support in this nomination.
I think that is a support.
I do support.
I think that is a support.
Support.
And we have a second. We'll do all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Thank you so much for that, team. And that takes us to our manager's report, Mr. Mallory.
Yeah, real quick, we have the, which was part of the 24-25 fiscal year budget presentation with the expectation that we would update our Downtown Development Authority plan as well as our Parks and Rec plan. So I provided the council a draft request for proposals to be put out public, and I'm going to contact, I've gotten a list of, I think it's 5 or 6 companies and consultants that work on these type of things that we will proactively reach out to. I do appreciate, I talked to Trustee Reister, and I have one change to make sure it's clarified on the Village of Vicksburg on the one, so that's why this is a draft. But before we post these tomorrow afternoon, we'll make sure that that's corrected. But I wanted the council to know we're moving forward. And within both plans, basically, they would come back in front of the council for approval once we get the totality of the package. We did put in these that it is not based on low bid, but as well the services they'll have to offer, and with our public participation expectation that we have in our policy that's followed. So be happy to answer any questions.
I think it's an excellent idea.
So moved.
Support.
We have motion and support. We'll do a roll call, please, Christian.
Any questions?
Any questions? Hearing none, we'll do a roll call, please, Christian.
Trustee Wagner,
Yes.
Trustee Kissinger. Yes. Trustee Fields,
Yes.
Trustee Reister,
Yes.
President Pro Tem Keller,
Yes.
President Frisbee.
Yes. And we also have as well the Parks and Recreation Plan, Master Plan.
Same thing. It'll be an update. We're looking for the 25 through 2025 through 2030, and a comprehensive deep dive into soliciting input from key stakeholders, downtown businesses, council, the DDA, which is also the Planning Commission, and to create a roadmap that we can follow into the future. So we used the last one quite extensively in our budget props, so that's kind of what we're looking for, Word 2 as well.
I think this is a brilliant idea. The Parks and Rec especially is going to be very, very front and center in the next 3 or 4 or 5 years. So having a plan in front of them, I think will give them some good guidance and keep us all on the same path. So we have a request in front of us to approve that.
So moved.
Second?
We have motion to support. We have any further discussion? We'll do a roll call, please, Christian.
Trustee Kissinger. Yes. Trustee Reister,
Yes.
Trustee Fields,
Yes.
Trustee Wagner,
Yes.
President Pro Tem Keller,
Yes.
President Frisbee.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Also, and I believe we can announce that we have a board opening for Parks and Rec to our public if they want to become involved. Like we said, there'll be a lot of, quite a year to be involved in that group, setting up the next 5-year future. So we'll make sure that that gets out there, and hopefully in 3 council meetings, the president will have a recommendation to fill that spot. The other report is Christmas in the Berg is coming up on December 14th. Christian led a meeting with Michelle this morning on that, so it's looking good. We should have our judges set, hopefully, and took more inquiries on parades, and we are going to offer the same incentive for area fire departments to participate by providing $75 to their fire auxiliary units or where they want that to go. So we can have a number of fire trucks, and Chief McMillan in South County is helping us facilitate that. I'll work with Christian tomorrow to get a parade thing to the chief so it can be sent out electronically to the fire department. So as always, looking, hoping and praying for good weather on Saturday the 14th, but this is our last meeting. Encourage everyone to come down to it. Events start at noon. We'll have the trolley in town. We have animal petting zoo. We'll be at the United Methodist Church parking lot this year, and a lot of things going on. So we're looking forward to it being a great day in the Berg. And be happy to answer any questions. I know everyone sits on the edge of their seat. We did receive our draft audit from the 23-24 fiscal year about 45 minutes ago. So we will have the public audit presentation the 4th Monday of January, which I believe is the 24th of January. We will not have a meeting on January 20th, the 3rd Monday, because of it Martin Luther King Day. So this will be the 2nd year that we've had the council meeting on the 4th Monday with a work session at 27th, January 27th, with a work session at 6 PM where the auditors and Steve Breyer and his are here present for the council, so.
Thank you for that, Jim. Yeah, we're all, this December 14th is creeping up on us pretty fast.
Quick question on the parade. I think I know the answer, but thought I'd ask anyways. The Old Hills Pharmacy buildings
Yes.
have all of that scaffold and fenced off, and I'm thinking it's probably going to be that way during the parade as well?
No, I meet with them
No.
Thursday, and I'll be able to report back, but our verbal conversations with Frederick's Construction, we believe that we can get that sidewalk clear for the event.
That would be
But we meet
outstanding.
Thursday to make sure that's possible.
Yeah, obviously safety first, but that would be outstanding. And then also, I think you had mentioned previously, is there going to be lighting further south on Main Street?
Yeah.
So that there's a kind of an effort to push the crowd down for the parade a little bit? I mean, I know they still are going to end up around the main four corners, but
I
I
just
think,
smile because I would say we're going to entice them.
Encourage.
Encourage.
yes.
But there'll be tower lighting brought in at the intersections of Kalamazoo and Prairie, Washington in Maine, and then the next block south on Maine, which is, help me out, south or
Maple.
So those intersections will all be lit up.
Excellent.
And hopefully the, yeah,
But they're gonna go down to Park, right? They're gonna travel.
they're gonna go probably the furthest block they can go
Park.
before Highway Street, because we're extending the route.
South, then, South Street, your street.
Oh, okay, 'cause
And we'll incorporate that into the social media posts leading out. There'll be multiple posts coming up. I want to, Nick Rayashi from the Planning Commission has really done a nice job working with a group, and we're gonna have a gift collection for kids that people can drop off gifts that then this organization will ensure
Oh,
get
great.
to individuals to make their holidays as special as it is for all of us. So.
The, also the Kalamazoo Street, where the parade comes out just south of the old administration building,
It's gonna-
and then goes up.
It's gonna go the furthest block south before Highway Street, come over and then come up. So it'll go past the tennis courts, cut over to
Oh.
Kalamazoo, and then up to try to lengthen this out a little bit.
Gotcha, okay. So hopefully that will all be, and I'm sure it will all be very clear in all the pre-event
Yeah, yeah. and
media, so,
we have
because there weren't that many
absolutely,
people.
two outstanding organizers, one at the parade route that night. And I trust a lot with what they're doing. so.
Perfect, perfect.
Jim, do you have an approximate kickoff time for the parade?
Parade will start at 6 o'clock. It'll leave the starting. So, and same thing, we'll lead with the judges, and I encourage any council members that want to lead, walk the start of the parade. Certainly more than welcome to.
All right. Any other questions? Yeah, we may set a all-time record here tonight, folks. So that takes us to committee reports, and no updates on trees.
Not really, other than we did plant 12 trees in the village, and so we will be working on, probably after the holidays, working on getting donations and things like that, so, for the spring.
About Parks and Rec.
We are off until January,
Till
and so we'll
January.
pick up then.
Cats didn't have a meeting in November, it's typically, they don't have it, they have their annual December breakfast, so that'll be coming up next. South County Sewer, which I'm kind of surprised Vicksburg hasn't come up in discussions very much, but they have some active projects. The Village of Schoolcraft, Lapeer updated that Doug Kuhlman assigned the first rights of refusal on 2 properties. One is expected to provide a location for a new water well, And the second one is expected to be for a new wastewater treatment plant. And they had their financial review, their 24-25 budget, general operating and payroll expenses were presented. And a motion by Ellis, second by Speeder to approve the financials as were presented. So it was a pretty quick, short meeting. And it takes us to an update for, oh, excuse me, I jumped past the planning commission
Next week.
next week. South County Sewer, I know you're biting at the bit to talk about that.
Talking
Fire.
about sewer? No.
No, fire.
Fire,
Talking about fire, yes, South County Fire. We had a meeting November 20th. The biggest things that came out of it, we were informed that there is a health center that's going to be opening up. It's called Knights Health Center. That's going to be at Kalamazoo, Loy, Norks, but it's being sponsored for the whole area. It's open from 8 to 3 for kids. So if people need to take their kids to a health center. On 12/14, there's going to be a doe drive at Meyer Farm on 40th Street. And what they do, anybody that wants to bring a doe in, at that point, they will take it and process it, and they will donate the meat to Loaves and Fishes. So, did want to let the board know that the fire authority did pass a 20% raise for firefighters. Originally, it was going to begin on April 1st, which is the new fiscal year, but they decided that they wanted to move it to January 1 and get it started early, 3 months into our current budget. So there is a new budget proposal that's out for the 25-26 fiscal year. So within the next couple meetings, we'll probably be looking at that and whether to approve or not. The ambulance agreement was approved. It is the current provider Life, but they were told that anybody that had a Pride Care Life membership, that will still be honored. So I guess anybody that had those. And they did hire 2 new firefighters this last meeting. And one of the reasons for the increase in pay was we're trying to figure out as a board with retainage and with recruitment. They did some comparables. A lot of the firefighters were woefully underpaid with comparables to other municipalities or other authorities. So we figured at least a 20% increase would be a good metric to set to move forward for next year. So that's why that was done. I believe that's it right now for that.
thank you for that, Carl. And I think that was a very good move on the board's part to look at their wages, because they've been woefully underpaid for a while, and it's been very difficult to maintain a quality staff. You know, just the first opportunity they had to go somewhere else, they were. So, you know, just recruitment and retainment is a big thing today in this employment world. So then it's time for our citizens' comments for non-agenda items, if anyone would like to speak.
Hi, Danny Olson. I'm sure you all know me.
Hey, Danny.
Before I get started, Mr. Christian, you called my home today, and you claimed that you sent me 2 emails. What email account did you send them to? Outlook? I had you closed on that Outlook the day after I left the council. I sent you an email, and it's out of my system now. So you can send them all you want. I'm not going to get them. Okay? He called the house saying that Vicksburg wanted my computer back, the one that we all got. No, you're not going to get it. Tim, I tried to give it back to you. Told you I didn't want it. I didn't want the responsibility. I said the same thing to Jim. I didn't want it. Take it. I don't care what you do with it. and you gave it back. Both of you gave it back and said, no, it's yours. Well, to me, now it's a gift.
It's yours as a council member.
Ah, well, you know something? Even though I'm not on the council, it was a gift when it was given to me. So I'm going to tell you point blank, no to your face. That thing has sat on my shelf at my house for 3 years. I finally found a use for it. And I got it downloaded the other day and had it hooked up for Wi-Fi, and I'm using it. So if you want it, no. Now you do what you got to do. But I'm going to tell you, you're in for a hell of a fight from this point on. You want to file criminal charges? Do it. You want to sue me? Do it. Because guess what? I got attorneys too. And mine, I hate using mine because he cost me a ton of cash, but you know something? He's never lost a case that I've sent him. So, yeah, and possession at this point is 9/10 of the law. Now, let's go to another matter. You got council meetings are going to be set up on Saturday for January and February, outside the village. You're going to go to one of the hotels in the area and do the little conference rooms like we did a couple years ago. I'm going to protest that. I can give you 2.6 million reasons why you shouldn't do that. And if the village people find out, as residents find out that you guys are wasting money doing this, I think there's going to be an uproar. And if there's not going to be an uproar, I'm sure after the first of the year, you're going to hear one heck of an uproar when the water and sewer rates go up. Because we know it's coming. Because Kalamazoo just hiked up their rates again. And it's a trickle-down effect. So, you want to fight? I'm ready for one. But this council had better get used to seeing me around, because I'm not going anyplace. And with the contacts I got now, and the people I got backing me, buddy, you don't want to mess with me.
So you think keeping village equipment is
It's not your
fine by
equipment. You gave that to me. I said, Tim, I don't want this. I gave it back.
All right, we'll take care of it.
Do it.
Thanks so much. And if you would have showed up for the meeting we had off-site the first time, you'd have seen other village residents there at the meeting with us.
That's fine.
And
But
you didn't show up.
why didn't I show, Tim? Why? Because I work for myself. I work weekends. Oh, these people work what? 9 to 5 jobs? Monday through Friday? I work 7 days a week.
Not hardly, Denny.
Not hardly what?
I'm always on call, Denny.
That's fine. That's fine. That's part of the job when you're I used to work for the company right around the corner from you. Guess what? I was on call. I remember going in 11, 12 o'clock at night and delivering parts. So that's part of the job when you're salary. But I work 7 days a week. At 5 o'clock in the morning until midnight some nights. That's my job. And I'm damn good at my job.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Danny.
So the council's aware, we'll have the police chief handle the matter and proceed with criminal complaint.
So that takes us to trustees' time. Yeah, we'll start with trustee Kissinger.
I look forward to Christmas in the Village on the 14th. I will be there with my family and my kiddos, so it's going to be a fun time. That's all.
Thank you so much. Trustee Fields.
I'm going to second what Trustee Kissinger said. I'm really looking forward to it, and I really appreciate all of the hard work that is done by the volunteers, staff. I know what kind of planning it takes to do something along this scale, and it's very appreciated.
Thank you. Trustee Wagner.
Well, I'm sounding like a broken record now. Really looking forward to Christmas in the Village, especially our special guests and friends of the village will be having as guests and judges. That's always a really fun time, especially when Jim tracks you down with a cell phone and makes you go Facebook Live unprepared. But that's just the thrill of the battle on Christmas in the Burg. Biggest news, able to sleep train our son over vacation. That is my proudest accomplishment of this entire year, outside of what we do here in this room. But man, that's an accomplishment, and I'm sleeping a lot better lately, so hopefully I can get more eyes on all this stuff. And
You are looking rested.
thank you. Yeah, it's been a great week. 1 week so far, so knocking on wood. But that's it for me tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Reeser?
Yeah, I'd just like to say, I would like to invite all Vicksburg residents and residents in Portage and all the area around to come to Christmas in the Village, because it is a spectacular event. And I know that everybody would have a wonderful time. I'm praying for good weather so that we can have a really great time. That's it.
Yay. President Pro Tem Keller?
Tap on everybody else. Looking forward to it. The reason I ask is because we're having a large family get-together at my son's home north of here, so we'll be having people from all over West Michigan that will be coming down to watch the parade. They're coming specifically for it. And if you happen to be at Family Fair on Friday, you might see somebody you know, fat man from the North Pole, so. He has.
I just want to say thanks to all of you, and thanks to all the volunteers and the committee members that make this village perform as well as we're doing, so thanks. And to Mrs. Harsha and Mr. Doby, thanks for your interest in the library, and congratulations to Ms. Ryan Otis. I look forward to her contributing quite a bit to the library board. So with that, I entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Support.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.